Alright, so welcome back to the channel, guys. So today I've got a little bit of an announcement, but also kind of just a background on a big decision I made a few weeks ago, and I talked briefly about in the last video, which is when we got this guy home. So yeah, starting a new series is going to be kind of crazy. I haven't done an episodic series on this channel in who knows how long. Project Explorer and the Caffeine and Octane vlog series are kind of the last ones I did, and both of those wound up failing. Not failing in a sense of view-wise, but failing in the sense that I stopped producing them as an episodic series. So today I'm going to be announcing a whole new series, from fire to autocross. So this is going to be probably one of the crazier things we do here on the channel. So for those who are new, this is my 2003 Ford Explorer Sport Track. I just got it home after a fire happened. A transmission fire happened on December 20th of last year, so a little over a month and a half to almost 2 months ago. The truck's been sitting at a shop for a while. The shop really didn't do much with it except tell us that it ran like crap and that the transmission was done for, which is kind of obvious since that's what caused the fire. But last video I talked about kind of what happened with that. We got it home. We discovered all the problems already. We've already found the cause of the fire and what we're gonna, well, in the electrical side of things, we just have to kind of dive into it and fix it. So that's kind of what we're doing, and that's kind of what this whole series is going to be about, is taking this truck from a fire damaged vehicle all the way back to where it should be, and turning this into, well, a light autocross build. And I've been thinking about this for a while because I saw a video online of touring trucks, which is autocross pickup trucks, mostly C10s, OBS trucks, but some mini trucks are in there as well. I've seen some hard bodies, I've seen some Rangers, and I think that I want to try it out too. The more I thought about it, the 4.0 just isn't capable of high performance. I talked about this last video, and the 4.0 isn't going to be meant to make, 600, 700 plus horsepower to, demolish drag strips and run nines and, all this crazy stuff. The 4.0 isn't really capable of that. It's never been and never will be, without, extreme modification. So the goal is to kind of use reliability as kind of a main focus and still find a way to do some sort of motorsport style activities, while also keeping reliability up, while also keeping simplicity and low cost. Because the problem is, when you want to build a drag vehicle, especially out of a platform that there isn't a lot of research behind for drag racing, it turns into this extremely costly affair. And that's kind of that with this. Sorry for the winds. It's a good thing I don't have the road mic plugged in, so you'd be just a jumbled mess there. But at the end of the day, I chose autocross because it is probably the least intensive motorsport. It is probably the easiest one to manage without tearing things up so easily. And trucks do it. I mean, is it uncommon? It's pretty uncommon. But there is an entire community now of trucks that do autocross style racing. And I figured it makes most sense. It's something I've wanted to do. I've always been into road course. I've always been into autocross. And I am sick and tired of having to adhere to stigmas. When it comes to cars, there's a stigma for everything. Oh, trucks can't do this. Oh, if you have a truck, you have to lift it. You have to do off-road. No, you don't. When you own a car, you do what you want. And at the end of the day, that's kind of what I'm doing here, as I'm kind of like, in a way, sticking it to the community side, where it's always been this, you have to adhere to a certain stigma when you do a car build. It has to be, this certain thing. It's like, Gears and Gasoline did this whole video on hate in the car community, and they talked about some of these stigmas, like Supras have to have 1 million horsepower because it's just Supras, that's what they have to do. And GTRs have to be these 9-second drag cars, and what's the matter with going against the grain? And that's kind of what this build's always been about, is going against the grain. I lowered it because I've always been in the street trucks, and I thought it'd be best to go against the grain of lifting these trucks, regardless of what it is. I thought it was a good idea to go full bolt-on because, again, it goes against the grain. Most people don't do very much with these aside of cosmetics. I thought about, autocross because it's against the grain. Not a lot of people do cone racing, as I affectionately refer to it as, in just anything. It's always in a Miata, it's always in a Mustang, it's always in a Corvette, any of these track-focused cars. Are they better at it? Absolutely. But nothing stops you from doing it yourself with whatever you drive. So that's kind of the point. I'm building an autocross truck, which is kind of an odd sentence, out of a car that I've had for 5 years that has broke down more in the last 2 years than I care to admit, and is literally sitting in the driveway because it caught fire because of a transmission line failure. So That's what's happening. We're building an autocross truck to go completely against the standards of the car community. But anyway, that's it for now. I thought I'd film this short video to kind of keep you guys up to date and announce this whole new series we're going to be diving into as we work to rebuild this truck back to where it should be, as well as kind of improve upon it. We are going to be turning this into a autocross daily driver hybrid. So obviously there's going to be some stuff that is probably going to be counterintuitive to autocross, such as adding weight with a subwoofer and sound system versus losing weight, gutting interiors, stuff like that. So this car is really going to be serving as both a daily driver that can also take to an SCCA event or whoever's a governing body for autocross in the state of Georgia, and then running on the track without having to change anything. That's kind of the goal, is to kind of keep this thing full interior. You know, I'm even going to leave the stock seats in. I debated putting the black seats back in as well, but I value comfort, I value my back, so I'm not doing that. But that's kind of the focus. We're going to do some autocross racing with this thing, and we're going to turn it into this crazy hybrid of a daily driver car that is comfortable, can go to A to B rather comfortably, makes good noise, it's a good sounding stereo, but at the end of the day, it can also go and whip some tail for a pickup truck on an autocross course and be able to handle those gates better than probably the majority of trucks twice its size. So with all that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are excited to see what we've got planned, because this thing's going to go quite different than what I had originally intended. I've kept everything the way it has been with the intentions of setting it up for drag racing in the future, but with a change of things, brakes and suspension are going to become a focus. So the shocks are good to go, but we're going to upgrade brakes, we're going to upgrade bushings, we're going to do all these things that most autocross racers do to their cars. So we got a lot in store, but I've got a meeting to go catch, so I'm going to go do that, and hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I'm excited to bring you guys the world's first autocross Explorer Sport Track. Take care, guys. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys on Friday.